Good evening to you, everybody. How are you doing? You have your ways of pulling me out of my cocoon, out of my privacy whenever I try to enjoy it. These are times when I enjoy my holidays. Like I just tell my wife, say like, go buy chicken wings. Just don't fry it though. Just boil, and then let me have some rest, and then just enjoy chicken wings. But people kept calling. Shegun, wetin you see to this thing wey dey happen, dey talk, dey see you go live, we don miss you. How we wan hear your own, wetin you feel say dey go on, you pulled me out. Okay, so I'm here. So I'm asking you, what was your expectation? You, as all of una dey drag me and make I come comment, what was your expectation? Before I start, what was your own expectation? Put it in the chat, in the comment section. What was your expectation? I'm going to still allow people come live and join me so that we can have this conversation together. I'll put the link in the comment and probably just stick it so that you can join me if you wish to also make your comment. But the question here is, what was your expectation? For those of you, if you know how to manage expectations, like some of us already know how to, because I live here, you know, eh, I already knew what to expect. Some people also knew what to expect and they're already rejoicing at their expectation, their outcome. Others had their expectations but didn't know how to manage it. It turned out not what they expected, and maybe they didn't do their calculations well. So that's why I'm asking the question. What was your expectation? So that we can look at it together and I can tell you what went wrong. What was your expectation? Okay, Jupiter T. I said T. Jupiter T. What is T, by the way? I hope I'm not saying something that will make some people feel I'm mocking them. Because it just reminds me of Wiki. How many of you remember Wiki? Because I warned a lot of people who say, "Oh, I like that Wiki, I like that Wiki, I like that Wiki." I say, you don't know Wiki. How can you say you like Wiki? When it was taking band everywhere, they were singing. They were singing songs up and down. Somebody that is on his way out, depressed, lost PDP primary election, and is angry, taking band everywhere, just trying to manage his depression. You say you like him. An oppressor. Before he became governor, we don't know Wike way back. We know Wike. We know Wike as Minister of Education, one of the most wicked in history. Who was calling bluff of ASU professors, calling their bluff, telling them to go on strike for as long as they wanted. He was Minister of Education under Jonathan, in case you didn't know. All these people you are celebrating one by one, we knew them and we warned you about them. That's as they sweet us, it dey pain them song. Now then go finally sing for una when they finish with you. And we could go, they part of the people who go bring the live band, come sing and mock you again. You are queuing behind the oppressors, you are happy. They will sing that song to mock you. Well. And we were warning. I like Peter. I have soft spot for Peter Obi, but I have a problem with the people is entangled with. You see all this Obasanjo, IBB, all those people. I told you these people have never. I'm sorry, in case any of them is your father. I'm not talking. I'm not insulting them, and I'm not addressing them in the context of their age, their elderly, their fathers, right? I'm not addressing them in the context of family or in the context of individual. I'm addressing them in the context of the role they played that got Nigeria to where it is today, a terrible state. They say, let us play the game. That's not how to play politics. Let us just play the policy. Maybe I don't play them together now. You want to eat with the devil, you want to go and bring long spoon. Whether you use long spoon or you use short spoon, shebi that spoon na the same plate you wan enter. If that spoon come enter, you no fit take the spoon drag you. They don drag you now. What was your expectation? You wan eat with the devil, you are looking for lesser evil. Well, I've said my own, but who am I when democracy is about majority's wish? Our own role is just to educate you that these people you are all angry, are doing what you are rallying around. They no care about una. We said it. I don't cry, I don't shout, I don't so I go rest. Say leave them. After all, it's about what majority wants. So the majority wants the evil. So let them do the evil. Shebi una don see the joint press conference now. We told you Labour Party is PDP, NNPP is PDP. Shebi una don see the joint press conference now. The same people. It's a ije. If people are tired of APC and PDP, but PDP wants to come back to power, let's spread. You go Labour. If you win, we join you. If PDP win, we go back to PDP. If this one win, we all join you back. They are the same family. See the speed with which they came together and are doing joint press. The speed. Can you beat it? Can you beat that speed? I told you. Instanta, pa, everybody go rush enter which party win. It doesn't make APC better. They are all the same evil, just different camps of evils. But should we even say it? No. Nigerians are who they are. But anyways, I digressed. What was your expectation? Me, I didn't expect anything different from what is happening. So I managed my expectation very well. But do you know the beauty of democracy here? Even for Lagos, then they beat the landlord. That's the beauty. Imagine the threats of violence, the voter intimidation, and all of those things didn't happen, and that the true results were uploaded. Imagine. But we told you beforehand that these people are not guaranteed. There's no guarantee that they will conduct a free and fair election. We told you now. We told you, Abi will not tell you. Now, Emmanuel is saying something here. He said that his expectation was that Buhari was going to conduct a free and fair election. We told you that Naira redesign is a policy to punish you and disenfranchise you, so that those of you who have polling units far away will be too discouraged because we won't get cash to travel. Because the politicians wey me know for Nigeria, if they can't buy your vote on that day with Naira, they'll buy with dollars. And when they are done at that level, they will leave you after voting and go to the next stage, which is INEC. Start bribing officials. We know this thing long ago. Let's not even talk about beavers. Let's not even talk about it. I already complained about beavers. People say, what do you know? Do you think beavers is a new technology? Beavers has been existing since when? Beavers does not only exist for election purpose alone. No. Beavers mean bimodal verification. Bimodal means if your thumb, you can't get you by your thumb, you can get you by your face. Bi means two. Bimodal, buy. If one method no work, they use the other method. It don't dey exist tey. And say shebi if you can't verify my signature, shebi at least you can verify with my face. Shebi at least you can verify with other things. Shebi they have been using it in the bank long ago, where if one thing is not working, they will say, okay, put the name, put the account number, still sign. They still look at your face to match what is on their record. Why do you think they ask you to write your name, put your address, sign, still snap passport? They will say affix two minimum of 2 passport photograph. That is clear. They will say let it be on a plain background. so that it is not morphed or it is not altered by the background. They want to see your face so that once they type in your details, they look at your face. If they are not sure, they say, ask, are you the owner of the account? It's called BVAS, as in bimodal verification system. Bimodal means two, at least two. We told you this thing, we can't guarantee you that this is not a new technology. Don't take now. Wetin dey worry you now? You see why education is important. You see why it is very important. But when we try to educate you, you don't like it. You like to go and follow noisemakers, influencers, entertainers, comedians. You like to go and follow those ones. They are making money off you. Go, go. It's okay. Go, go. Volunteer, anyways. There's a man who didn't even bother himself, because I follow people who want am say if I hear say you worry yourself too much about this election, I go just wash my hands off. He don dey lis ten to am. He's a very stubborn man, but I thank God say he don dey lis ten small small. Say I'm not saying don't fight for human rights, fight for everybody, but not to carry am for head, because all the people wey you dey fight for, they know suffer never really tire them. They still like the problem. They want the solution to come from inside the problem. They don't want solution to the problem. They just want the problem to solve itself, which will never happen, because problem is a problem no matter how you want to look at it. This was what Showore said before the election.
INEC. I will say one last thing, which has to do with the capacity of INEC servers to handle pressure from the public. I have tested INEC's live website during the Australia election, and I can say categorically that that website is not capable of handling public queries in a national election. The ICT department of INEC should be asked to have a solid website that can carry out encrypted messaging. What I mean is that when you are transmitting election results from polling units to the server of INEC, the results cannot be intercepted. But what I see on INEC's website is that they don't have strong servers. They don't have the ability to connect to as many queries as are coming to it instantly, the way other websites should function. So, having said that, Mr. Chairman and the committee here today,
This was before the election. You abuse him. He said he doesn't believe that INEC will conduct a free and fair election. You abuse him because he has been there. Showore don't contest. He don't know. Say this in our allocation, then they do. Are they not allocate? Why are you now shouting? Are they not allocating to you now? Do you think the total number of votes they announced for Peter Obi is what he got in Lagos? The margin where Peter Obi beat that man for Lagos, he wide pass wetin they announced. Again, na allocation. I hear Mr. Macaroni dey talk say the result for im polling unit, they no even upload them at all. Despite that they waited till still buy the electoral officers mineral, buy them drink. You think say na by that? They still go on top the portal, go check. See no dey there. They give them hotspot, give them network, give them server, give them everything. Say, shey na network we go give you. What do you need? Say, oh, are you tired? Do you want some drink? Do you want some food? They entertain them. They no still upload them. You no go. Shebi na Showore be una problem. Last, e no still work. Showore talk am, you ignored him. He said, I don't trust INEC to do a free and fair election. He says because he's sure he's not going to win. It's because he cannot win. He's saying, if you ask me what I want Nigerians to rise up and call for a revolution. Let us throw out all these old people. Showore is not desperate to be president. Otherwise, You won't not you didn't notice that he didn't stress himself this time. He didn't really stress because he's not desperate. It's not about his ambition. He's not a Miloko. It's not a lifelong ambition. He just wants to see a country that works. And when he didn't see credible people, he offered himself. He saw that all the people presenting themselves for election are not credible. He said, all these people, they will sell the country now. Then he offered himself. It's now up to you. Choose your evil. But that's not where we are even going tonight. Where we are going is, what was your expectation? Given that Buhari is the president, given that APC is in power, given that they are the ones who appoint INEC chairman, given that even if you go to tribunal, they are the ones who appointed the judges for the tribunal and the Supreme Court. Given all the circumstances, what was your expectation? What was your own as you they watch me? What was your expectation? Shore said, let's have a revolution first. You abuse them. You don't know if Shore wanted to be anything. You don't be tete. All the time, they were making Olaitan. What's the name of this Adams Oshomole made Olaitan? Is what post did he give in SA in Edo State when he was governor? When Tinubu made Opeyemi Bamidele commissioner in Lagos State, they were bringing activists who fought who were solid. They were bringing them into government. Right from that time, they don't call Shore make it come be senator. Shore refused. Even Jonathan of recent wanted Shore to come and be minister. Shore rejected. You think Shore is looking for what he will eat? No. See, education is. But because anyway, you like to watch comedy skits, so you don't even have information. So I'm sorry, you lack information, and you don't even want to have it. That is why you keep. You know what fella will call Akuna Kuna, senior brother of perambulator. You like to be perambulating, like going around the circle. You go around circle tire. You go around circle tire. You think Shore is desperate to be president? No. He wants a better country. They wanted him to be minister. He said, no, I can't work with you people because I know where your interest lies. Your interest does not lie in a better country. You can't work with them. He rejected. You think if he wanted to be, he would not have been long ago. I can't tell you everything I know because it's not necessary. What was your expectation? Again, I ask you, what was your expectation? Hey, Wiki, as they now that's when they go take defeat you. Now they go take mock you. The day they are swearing in the Agbado man. Go on, right? Should I tell you before now? They sit down, they say that it go pain you, it go sweet them because they know where they meet. Would you believe? Would you believe that we can talk with him? We know I'm saying as now is an unstable. We know I'm long ago. Would you believe that Wike who said PDP is like headache, APC is migraine, that it's like cancer. You can never leave headache that you can treat or you can manage to go and join people in cancer. Wike said it long ago. The same Wike is giving marching order to local government administrators in Rivers State that if Ashwaju does not win in your LGA, resign. The same Wike. You are now angry at Wike suddenly. Now they break. On a mumu, I never see the type of mumu. I don't even know why God create me put among mumus. Majority have the way, unfortunately. And when majority are mumus, what can the righteous do? What can the righteous do? When the democracy is about majority and majority are mumus, what can you do? What can we do? We have been talking, we've been saying this, because you think if I want to make money off politicians, It's a call. It's just to answer a call. Say, okay, I've heard you. Where should I meet you? I'll join APC. Nah, 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 nah. I will start collecting money. But you hate the truth. People where they reject those offers, they try enlighten you. And I hate them. That man, Shegun, calm down. Okay, so now, what was the expectation? Let me drop link. I want to hear you. I go drop link. You go join the call. You go join this live. Excuse me. Let me say join live link. Yeah. Look at the comments. I just drop the link. If you have anything to say about your expectation, I want to hear your expectation. If you were expecting INEC, I have start the I start the comment where the link is. If you were expecting a free and fair election, such that it will be freer and fairer than 1993 that brought Abiola in, talk am. I want come. Let's have a conversation. Let us have a conversation. So, and beavers too. They say, oh, we have beavers. It will be transmitted live. It will be. Shore told you, say, I have tested this thing. They use it in Oshun. It's a failure. You say make you go sit down. Say you get 33,000 votes. Was Shore contesting in Oshun election when he said what he said? He said during the Oshun election was an opportunity to test the beavers, and I've seen that this thing is not reliable. It's a lie. It's a fraud. How much did they spend on that beavers? How much billions did they spend on that beavers? Hundreds of billions for this election. Apart from the beavers, somebody must have collected that contract. Otsopoti law, long go. The papers, the ballots, paper, when at Tom Printon, somebody got the contract to print them. Billions go again. Security, transportation for all the INEC workers, all the staff, including those that came late, those that did not have fuel, those that did not have vehicle to move, those that at the end of the day, even server, everything no work. Despite all the billions. How much does it cost on a norm to sit down in your house and use your app the same way we use banking app to do transaction? How much does that kind of app cost? You are busy clapping for the Buhari wey me know. Let me tell you the little I know about Buhari. Buhari is this kind of person that will make all of you feel happy, but he knows what he wants to do. You are clapping for Buhari. You are busy clapping for Buhari. Buhari will promise everybody make they go collect form, say in dey with them. Na them he want. He promised Osinbajo. Buhari promise he promise wetin he promise Dele wetin be the name of that Dimeji Bankole former. He promise everybody, say he promise Amosu, he say make he go collect form, say na him be him favourite. He promise wetin he promise Pastor Bakari wey no be active APC member, make he go collect form. Everybody come believe say Pastor Bakari was now saying God told me he's number 15, I am number 16, yesterday is number 16. But they play all of una. The same thing when he did Naira redesign. I just dey laugh you. You are suffering. They are suffering you. You are clapping for him. Buhari, I know somebody is there. T, you're there. I'll bring you on shortly. I just want to quickly make this impression. Sorry, just hang on there. So Buhari told you he changed Naira. He redesigned Naira because of you, because he doesn't want politicians to buy votes. The first set of hundreds of billions they printed, are they in circulation? They are not in circulation, but you are clapping for him. The same way they clap for him in the primary, and he made all of them waste their hopes. He knew where he was going with Asiwaju. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́n. I have tea.
Hold a second now, Sheldon.
How are you? Okay, one. Okay, good.
Can you hear me, Shegun?
I can hear you. You're welcome. I guess it's because of the orientation. I can barely see your face, but it's okay.
Can you
Let's
hear
just
me?
manage it. I can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah, good.
Can you hear me, Shegun?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to connect to my Bluetooth. One sec.
If the Bluetooth won't work, let's just use the native communication means, your device, microphone, and all. But if it works well, it's good. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, but I'm trying to connect to my Bluetooth. Can you hear me now?
No. Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Okay, so you're welcome. So let's have you. What was your expectation in the election outcome, and was your expectation met?
I mean, I can hear you, but I can hear you from a distance. I can't. It's not loud enough. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, what I'm saying is, I'm asking if your expectation was met in the election outcome, and what was that expectation? You know the topic for this broadcast.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I was asking if you had an expectation, and if your expectation was met in the 2023 election outcome.
It's not loud enough. How can I make it loud? How can I make it audible from this end?
I guess it's the device you're using. Can you try to increase the volume so we can
I'm
hear?
using my Android phone. I'm using my phone, my Android phone.
Okay, so you heard me just now. So
Yeah, I can
let
hear
me
you,
just try
but it's
repeating
not.
it.
It's just not loud enough. You know what I'm saying? It's just not
But we
loud
can
enough.
hear you very
But I can hear
we
you.
can hear you very well. Okay, if you can hear me, so the question is, what was your expectation? What was your expectation, and was your expectation met? If your
Well,
expectation was met, what was it? Yeah.
um, I left you a message, okay, on the chat, but unfortunately, my message was evidently too long, and that's why it pretty much just cut me off, so it couldn't go through. So I couldn't send it over because my message was too long. So my thing is this, right? Like I said, on my chat, that was why I left the country. I left the country 10 years ago. Okay. Um, for those of us who really know Nigeria, know the country, we are not surprised. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Just like you made reference to what Showore said, right? If you talk to people who actually know the country and know how the system over there works, right? They will tell you they're not
Hmm.
surprised. We're not surprised.
Hmm.
Okay? Yeah, the Peter B movement and all that stuff. Like I said, you know, um, in an ideal world, okay, okay, where elections, for instance, Nigeria, where elections are free and fair, Peter Obi would win easily. And the ruling class, they know it. They know. But they would never play clean. They don't know how to play clean. They know how to play dirty. That's all they know. They know the people
Hmm.
have, so much detest, towards them. They know the people hate them. The average Nigerian on the street does not want these politicians. And they know, and that's why they can't play clean. The only way they can be in power is to play dirty. So if you're
Hmm.
coming in, if you want to play clean, you're not going to win.
No,
You're
no
not going to
way.
win.
Hmm.
And the only solution is that revolution that Showore was talking about. That's the only way.
Hmm.
We would have to take power by force.
Hmm.
Yeah, people will lose their lives. People will die. But that change is going to come. And the West knows it. The United States knows it. England knows it. The European Union, they know it. That's the only way. And that's why they are watching from afar to see what the Nigerians will do. They're not going to step in right now. They're not going to step in. That's the only solution. If we really want our country to change, we would have to engage these politicians. We would have to engage this ruling class. And they're not going to surrender power voluntarily. They're not going to do it. It has to be taken by force. They're not going to play clean, and they're not going to surrender power voluntarily. We would have to take it by force. And that's the only way. That's the only way. I'm not trying to, Nigeria, the thing is, in Africa, we are just too religious. You know what I'm saying? We're too religious. We want God, we want Jesus to come and save us. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Nigeria is one of the most, or arguably the most religious country in the world. But ironically, we are the capital, the poverty capital in this world. Think about it. The most religious, on the other hand, the capital poverty of the world. How can you fathom that? How can you relate to that? How can you even process that? Because we know, like I said, we are so religious. We want God, Jesus, to come from heaven to help us. It's not going to happen. Even the Bible says it, right? The children of God suffered violence. But guess what? The violence will have to take it by force. You will have to take it by force. And even the politicians, the ruling class, they know it. And that was why when Showore said, revolution now, what did they do? They arrested him. Because they know that's the only solution. So they don't want anybody to sow that idea in the heart or in the mind of the average Nigerian, because that's the only thing that's the only solution. And they know it. They want to keep the country the way it is, in perpetual poverty, right? And listen, I live here in the States. Most of their children are here. All these guys have second passport, international passports, diplomatic passports. While the elections are going on right now in Nigeria, their children are already here, just in case anything happens. They're good.
I don't know.
They're good.
Where Pluto is laughing, I don't know. Maybe where Pluto is is from the Milocon camp or.
Man, actually, I haven't slept in a week. You know what I'm saying? I've been following up on this election thing, and it just confirmed what I've already been known. Listen, Shagun, when I was in Nigeria as a graduate, I could not afford to buy pure water because I didn't have no money. I didn't have no job. But I came to America. Within 10 years, I'm a landlord, both in Nigeria and in America. I've achieved everything I've set out to achieve.
Because things work.
Yeah, America might claim to be a Christian country, but listen, in practice, America does not really believe in God. But look at how we are prospering. Some of the richest countries in the world don't even believe in Jesus.
America is just not religious.
Exactly. Some of the richest countries in the world, they don't even believe in Jesus. So it is not Nigerians need to put religion aside. That's why we're not winning. That's why we're losing. We are too religious.
Let me hear from
Jesus is not going to come back from nowhere to help us. No. We need to be decisive. And if we really want change, for the youth, for Nigerians who are still hopeful, who really still want this change, right? Like I said, there's only one way. It's that revolution. That's the only way. Or if you can't beat them, just like I did, get out. Japa. Because the thing is this, right? My dad, when I, growing up, I heard my dad telling me, you know what, don't leave the country. There's hope. Nigeria is gonna be good. Guess what? He died, 2007. He never saw the Nigeria that he hoped for. My dad was very, very hopeful. My dad was a patriot. The same thing with my mom. My mom said, don't worry, it's going to get better. She died 2020. She never saw the Nigeria that she hoped for. So I'm live telling you guys, okay? If you guys cannot engage the ruling class by the way of revolution, you need to leave the country. Don't waste your life in that country. Don't waste it.
Because even their children are not here.
Revolution or leave the country. Like I said, in 10 years, I've achieved everything. I work for the government as we speak. I came to America. The government gave me, loan. I went back to school to get my master's. Now I'm working for the states. Have my own house that I bought. Have a beautiful family. Built a house in Africa. I was able to bring my brothers over here. I was able to pull my family from poverty. Within 10 years. When I went back home 2021 to bury my mom, most of the guys I left are still in the same spot. Still in the same spot. Graduate, master's degree holder. Still in the same spot. Haven't been nowhere. Haven't moved, haven't made any kind of progress. So now I'm almost 40. And people can say all they want, I'm saying, well, the grass is not greener. Bullshit. If you go to any country the right way, you're gonna make it. Now the grass may not be greener for those who came in here illegally. But if you come to America legally, I guarantee you, if you are willing to work, you're gonna make it. So guys, in Nigeria, back home, do not listen to anybody telling you that, well, the grass is not. No, bullshit. Any country you go, make sure you have the legal document to stay there legally. There are people suffering in America because they came here illegally or they overstayed their visas. Because green card is not something you buy from Walmart. It comes from the government. So if you are, I don't care if it is Europe or America or Canada, if you are there living illegally, yeah, you might as well go back home. Because life can be very, very hard for those who are here illegally.
This is very unfair. You are doing something to me now. I'm one of the people who believe so much in this Nigeria go better. I believe so much in Nigeria go better. But what you have just done now, you are tempting me. You already put your family out and everybody is doing fine. And you are making me feel like I'm already wasted or wasting. So maybe if you are looking for one more person to pull, we should talk after this broadcast because they be like say this Nigeria they say go better. It be like me self no understand. Let me hear from Web Pluto. It's been hanging on there. Web Pluto.
All right, Sheikh.
What was the expectation? All right, we'll go talk now.
Good evening. Good evening. I enjoyed what the other man was saying. It was so insightful. But what he has forgotten is he said, if we can't go for revolution, we should just quit. Is it that easy? Is it that
that's
easy?
What he did,
Is it that easy to pull out? Is it that easy? The way we're saying it, like, if you can't get the revolution, just pull out. You understand what I'm trying to say? So back to your question.
I think
he's
simply trying to say I think he's simply trying to say that in all the extreme options that there are, if you have your way, if you can find your way, maybe it's just better. If you can, it's not everybody that will be able to find. It's just saying if you can, maybe just leave. Because it was emotional for me when he said
he's changing the topic.
when
he's changing the topic.
Yeah, but I understand his point at the same time. He's simply saying, "Come." When he came back to the country, he saw many people he left who were master's degree holders, who were still on the same spot. He didn't feel good about it. He felt so bad, and I think it was an emotional point he made there. Even for me, I know a lot of people here who are master's degree holder. Even some of them still struggling to have their PhD, but they don't even have two shoes. Two. They don't have.
Mr. Shegun,
Mm.
do you
And it's
want us to
unfortunate.
go into this topic? If you're going to give me like
No,
three
let's
or
just
four
talk
minutes to
about your
talk about this topic,
expectation.
okay.
No, let's talk about
Okay, about my
expectations in
expectation,
elections and yeah.
my expectation is actually being met. I was the only thing that surprised me is the Lagos results. Lagos
Hmm.
and Kano. You understand? They
Hmm.
are true surprises. Most people, I belong
So
to a group and a guy.
apart from those
I
two
belong to.
locations and their
Okay,
results, apart from those
okay,
two states, um,
okay,
your
okay.
expectation was met in the election, right?
Yes, I knew what was coming.
Okay.
I knew what was
Okay.
coming, and I've been trying to
Okay.
prepare the minds of the obedient. I was trying to
Hmm.
prepare their mind to so that but they were all over the place. They were flying. In fact, if you try to advise them, you become their enemy.
I know,
They
no, it's
will they will
dangerous.
just
It's
jump on
spiritual.
you.
Mm-mm.
They will jump
You
on
don't do
you the
that.
way you understand. Like so, I already know this is not a strange system. We already know how this system works. This is what it is set up to do. The process is doing exactly what it is set up to do.
Designed to do, yeah.
So you can't bring in a different function over the operating system. The operating system is the mother of every other software on a
Mm-hmm.
computer. So what
Mm-hmm.
is happening right now, I'm not supporting it in any way, but I already know it and I've gotten used to it. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to
Very
be
well, yeah.
emotional. I don't want to be outspoken. So what
Hmm.
I see is that we should just try to take advantage of whatever situation that we find ourselves. Make the best use of the situation. This is what I'm trying to say. This
Hmm.
electoral process has stages. You
Hmm.
understand? It has stages, it has procedures. I already knew something will happen somewhere that someone was going to take advantage of. All those things, in fact,
Hmm.
some obedience, they were trying to coach me. They were trying to tell me that the whole thing has become transparent. Nobody can fiddle with anything. Nobody can, it's only the people that can decide. I was looking at them as if these people, are you from another planet? The
Like they just
politician
came,
will
they have not
never
been here
approve.
before.
I don't believe the political class. I'm not against them, you understand? I'm not fighting anybody. I've understood the system and I'm just playing by the rules, by how the system is designed to function. It's just like our constitution. If you study it very
Hmm.
well, when you see a loophole, take advantage of it. You
Hmm.
understand? That's how the situation is. So I was looking at them. They were trying to educate me. They were trying to tell me that I was just looking at them and see. Do you think the ruling class will willingly pass a law that will handcuff them? Are you out of your senses? What are you thinking? Do you think if I am in charge of power, I will just willingly let it go? Even if
Hmm.
they are, if the way they are, if they are the ones in power, they might do worse in trying to hold on to the
Absolutely.
power.
It's already very clear. Do you
So,
know how I came to know that these people by themselves? I'm sorry.
okay,
Many I don't want to be tribalistic or ethnic in my comments. Unfortunately, from observations, it went the ethnic way. Unfortunately, it went the ethnic way, and there's no way we
ethnic
can
and a bit
excuse
of
it when we are
religious
making
way of
it
religion.
went
Some
that
there's a
way.
bit of religious
And it's
undertone.
unfortunate. Exactly, and it's unfortunate. You know why? Many
Okay,
Yorubas voted Obi in Lagos and in Southwest. Yorubas
Okay. Okay.
supported Obi. I
Okay.
know many people. If you don't know unpopular examples, you know Mr. Macaroni, you know Faz the bad guy. They supported
Maybe I'm the
Obi
only
and they are
one
not
among my friends that so maybe I'm the only one among my friends that is supporting another candidate. I don't want to mention him, but I did not vote for
I
Peter
get you.
Obi. But among
I'm
my
just giving
friends, I'm sure
instance.
I'm the only one. Yeah.
But there's a point I want to make. Many
Okay.
Yorubas supported Obi
Okay.
in Lagos, in
Okay.
Ogun, in
Oh, okay.
Southwest.
Okay.
But do you know what? If
Okay.
any Igbo in the Southeast tries to support any candidate different from Obi, they vilify them, they humiliate them.
What do you expect?
So they already made it an ethnic thing.
No, no, it's not really only ethnic
They
thing.
made
They are making
they
it
made
like
it
do or
so.
die. They made it
It,
like
it,
do or die,
on, along
like it's
they made it
now
do
or
or die
never.
along ethnic
Yeah.
line, which should not be.
Yeah.
They went along ethnic line. So if so, the Yorubas who supported Peter Obi are stupid, Abi. No, that's what I'm
Don't say
asking.
so.
Are the Yorubas who supported Obi
No,
stupid?
the thing is,
That
let
they
me
don't want
clarify something.
any
Let me
other person
clarify
to also be
something.
free.
Let me clarify something. You see, the sentiment is different across board. It's different. You understand? The people in the Southwest, they tried to be analytical. You understand? They were weighing their options. So that's why some people said, I've weighed the option. Or many let me go for my own. Some people said,
Not all of them.
don't be. No, no, I'm trying to make something.
Yeah,
Other groups said, no, I don't want to be a tribalist. Let me look for somebody that is capable, young. So we were
exactly.
divided in the Southwest. And now we have
Exactly.
opinions. We were thinking. We were thinking.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
We were, but over there, there's no need to think. And even if you try
They
to
don't want you
think,
to even
the
think.
emotions of many people will they will come for you. And I understand why.
Hmm.
You shouldn't blame them. Honestly, we shouldn't.
We will
We
blame them.
shouldn't.
You know why we will blame? You know why we will blame them? You know why we will blame them?
Okay, okay, okay,
They are the ones who come to any. They are the ones who come to accuse anybody of bigotry, ethnicity, or
okay,
tribalism. They are the ones who do it.
okay. You know why I said we shouldn't blame
So
them? Do you know why? Do you know why?
no, but
The reason,
if I
okay,
want
the
to,
reason
I
is
don't
this.
see.
It's
Okay,
obvious. If you are blaming them, it's just like you are whipping a dead dog. That's what I'm trying to say. It's
no,
obvious.
but we shouldn't go that way. See, do you know what I'm happy about? I'm so happy about the fact
Okay,
that this time they went political because we have been advising it long ago. Go
okay.
political.
Like in the
You want
Southwest,
eh, no, even if you want Biafra,
for the youth, you
drop
mean for the youth?
drop
Okay,
drop weapons. Drop weapons. Even if you want
okay,
Biafra, drop weapons. Sponsor good candidates who are
yeah,
conscious enough into the politics. Let us start with the
okay,
constitution. Put people there who can
okay,
change at the point it was the real dot in the circle metaphorically for me at the point was Senator Abaribe. It was like a
okay,
lone voice in the wilderness. He had no support in the Senate. It was alone. At the point he
okay,
got overwhelmed and stopped talking. So I don't just take him
yeah,
out anyhow. Go political, drop the web, stop killing your brothers. Let people sponsor good people, not all those fools. Abi na efulefu they call
okay.
them.
You know why I will
Boycott all those
support you.
people.
You know why I will
Start
support you.
sponsoring people into the Senate, into the lawmaking chambers, into, if possible, into the presidency. By the time we have people who are conscious enough to say we want to do the will of the people, they will put referendum in the constitution, and that way, without spilling blood, you can
Mr.
have what you are
Sheldon,
looking
Mr.
for.
Sheldon, Mr.
They
Sheldon. Let me show
refused,
you something. No,
but I'm
wait.
happy
Let me
that
show you
finally they have
something.
come.
No, let me show you something. Honestly speaking, there's a shorter route and there's a short route that is long, and There's a long route that is short. I hope I'm not, trying to be
No,
philosophical with what
just
I'm
explain
saying.
it.
Okay,
It's
this is what
already
I'm trying to
philosophical.
say.
It's figurative. Just explain. Yeah.
Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. You see, once we sponsor somebody to represent us to go to a particular level in governance, once the person gets there, it is very easy to buy the person over, honestly. So if you keep sending people, they will come. At least they will have meeting with us. You won't bring your people along. You will come. You understand what I'm saying? So when you get to the table and you find offers, if you send in 100 persons, how many people will not compromise? That's why the political route is a long method, but it's actually short because
Shorter.
at the end of the day, you begin to make gradual progress. Like it will be gradual. You understand?
Yeah.
It will be
But you
level
will
by
get there
level.
eventually.
You get there. But the other route, you can't you can't fight the power that be. That's something people don't know.
It's not
A kì í
possible.
béèrè ikú tó pa bàbá ẹni until tọ́wọ́ wá bá bá ikú dà. I'm speaking parables. Please
Absolutely.
forgive me, pardon me.
But we understand it.
You
Yeah.
need a
Thank you. Yeah.
superior power. You need a superior power to challenge your oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't have the superior power and you keep, going by you, it is frustrating. I can try to. It's very frustrating. You understand? But all the same, I still prefer the route of peace because war will never bring anything. We will come back to the table last. Why not us? Let us stay at the
Absolutely.
table. Let's be at the table, like you said. That's why I'm supporting
And be
you.
shaking it.
Like,
Let's be at the table
yeah,
and be shaking it.
yeah. That,
Nobody
let's
will
be
eat this
at the
food, though.
table.
Nobody will eat this food, though. Let's be there. Nobody will eat this food, though. Until you agree on the sharing form. Nobody will eat
at
this
least
food, though.
at least you will
You know,
survive.
ask, okay,
You
okay, okay.
will
What
be at the
we
table.
want to eat? What do you want?
Even you know the funniest thing, you can be at the table, at the background you can be looking for option B, but don't make it known. But until you are 100% sure that you can confront before you should start anything. No. But as long
Absolutely.
as
That's
you are
another
not
thing. Yeah.
100% sure, be on the table and be negotiating. Itoba koko
Mm-hmm.
bossy, you understand? You
Exactly.
understand what I'm trying to
But it
say?
has to be. But it has to
So
be political. That's what. Yeah. I understand you. So now, do you know that what you said about if you send somebody, he may be compromised. That makes it look like
okay,
a long route.
okay,
That is exactly what I'm saying. Sponsor enough people. If you send only one, it is easy to
okay,
compromise. If you send only
okay,
two, how many? Do your calculations well. How many members are in the Senate? If you have
okay.
140, 109 red chamber members of the red chamber, and you are sending only two, it will become a noise maker. It will make noise. By the time they say, "Oh yeah," all the others say, "Yeah," only him will say, "Nay," and the majority
Please,
carries the
can I
vote.
quickly chip in something? Can I quickly chip in something?
Yeah, yeah.
You see, apart from all this inability to gain power at the center by some tribes, sometimes I look at the budget, I look at the amount of money that is going to those regions. The development, I'm talking of all the region now.
I
The
understand. Yeah,
development over there does not measure up to the amount of
does not reflect
billions
exactly.
that goes there. If
Mm-hmm,
everything remains as it is, like I don't care who is the president, but if the people
mm-hmm.
receiving our allocation decide to use it efficiently, honestly, I'm telling you, we won't care who is in Abuja.
That's true. I agree.
Because when you check on paper, you see these billions, you will feel like, where are this money going? But I don't need to ask myself where this money is going. I know where the money is going.
Of
Immediately
course, we
these
all know.
people receive naira, they always add to guru the change and turn it to
Mm-hmm.
dollar. And that's why value of dollar
Japa.
is sustainably high. because it's a matter of demand and supply. Who has the
Yeah.
amount of money to absorb the amount of dollar the CBN pushes into our system every month? Who do you
Hmm.
think has that amount of naira equivalence that they keep mopping it up? CBN will say they
Hmm.
release $80 million in a week. They will finish everything. Everything would have been converted. Who do you think has that amount of naira equivalence that is
Hmm.
continuously or continually demanding for dollars and kept the price that high? It is the people in government. They are the only
Hmm.
set of people that could be that
Who
could
have
be
access to such? Yeah.
swallowing 80 million USD every month. You understand what I'm saying? So the way my indicator now, if I want to checkmate the performance of government or corruption level, just use exchange rate, my brother. Use exchange
Hmm.
rate. If you want
Hmm.
to measure corruption level, use exchange rate. I'm telling you. Are you the one going
And
to
there,
CBN to take $80 million every month? Are you the one?
and at the point they even turn to snake and turn to monkey. Monkey.
So
No,
you
no,
understand what I'm
I
trying to
didn't.
say?
I didn't mention
The
name. I
money,
only said snake and monkey. Yeah.
the problem is not really who is at Abuja. Some of our
Hmm.
people, is it the person in Abuja that is governing Ogun State, that is governing Oyo State, that is governing
Mm-mm.
Kwara State?
Mm-mm.
They release
Mm-mm.
this money. They always release the money. But I'm sure where will this money go? You always go to Bureau de change. That's why exchange rate
Mm.
is going high every day. What are we selling? How many business people in Nigeria can beat their
Are
chest
buying
that
dollars.
they have that naira equivalence of 70 million. There was a time the CBN released about 150 million in a month, and
Hmm.
it was not sufficient. The demand on dollar kept on rising. What are we selling? Is it me that I'm selling farm produce? What are we selling
Hmm.
that I need to demand for dollar every now and then? How many students are traveling? How many students are traveling abroad? How many people are going, common people are going to receive medical treatment that they are able to sustain the dollar at about 700 now? So check this government now. And I'm giving the general public indication the people that
Hmm.
are using naira to buy dollar, that is
Hmm.
making dollar to rise, they are the people in government. They are the only people
Hmm.
that have that huge amount of naira to mop
Hmm.
up that amount of dollars CBN is pumping into
Absolutely.
our system.
Hmm. Yeah. Good point. Good point. Thank you for bringing that up. So, and I'm sure people are listening. So, before you shout your next Oduduwa now or Biafra or death, have you asked your governor where was the last allocation? The allocation since the past 3 4 years. Have you asked them first?
Yes.
And why is your road
Th-
and drainage still like that? Why is there no
Why are they
electricity?
still
Have
like
you
that?
asked?
Why are they still like
uh
that?
Because
Don't you know it's enough?
I have never seen governors complain before that they did not get their allocation. I have never. So that means they get it. So what then is wrong?
They get it. What is
uh
wrong?
So before you
When they
shout your
get it,
Yoruba nation
they
now
put it in
or
they
Biafra
put it
nation now,
in
ask your
Ghana must
governor.
go bags. They put it in Ghana must
uh
go bags, and they take it to Bureau de change. They are the only one they are the only
hmm,
one capable of consuming those millions of dollars that the CBN
hmm,
releases. It is
hmm,
not you. It is not you. Can you consume it? And can you consume it consistently? That's the problem. Because if the demand is not consistent, the exchange rate will not be able to freeze at where it is.
hmm, hmm.
You understand? The
Hmm.
demand is
I get
consistent.
it.
So
That is why it hangs
when they
there.
get
Hmm,
this money, the next place they are going is Bureau de change every month.
hmm, hmm. So that is it. So if before you shout your next Yoruba nation now, ask your governor why is your Yoruba land like this, despite all the allocation? Because I've never seen them complain before that they didn't get the allocation. I've never seen them complain before that it didn't come in. In fact, I've never seen anybody resign because there's no money in government. Instead, we see them
No.
trying to doing everything to hang on there.
Yeah.
So it is already very evident. Our problems are not even it's not even Buhari, because they release
You
this
know about
money to
these
your governors,
statistics?
your
These
senators,
statistics
even
said
senators,
there
even
was a
senators. They
statistic that
are
came
they
out.
are
The
they are
statistic came
what do
out
you call
that
it?
said, I don't know, there's a statistic that said 90, I think 95 or 90% of Nigerians have less than 500K in their
Yeah,
accounts.
and I'm one of
So
them.
definitely they are not the one, they are not the ones buying the dollar. They are
Yeah,
not.
that's true.
And
Mm-hmm.
if you check the statistics, the number of people in government, you understand, or close to government, that percentage is a reflection of what is happening. They are the
Mm-hmm.
ones.
Mm-hmm.
It is our governors, it is our senators, it is our ministers that are buying the dollars. Instead of
Hmm.
them to use the money here, they want to just get the money, carry it in raw cash, and go and get the change, go and exchange it. They don't do electronic transactions because if they
Hmm.
try to do electronic transactions, that volume of money will be traceable. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? It will be traceable. So they wouldn't want to do electronics. They want, so that's why they can buy it at any rate. They can afford to buy it even at 1,500. Since they are bringing it in
Hmm.
Ghana must go. You don't get it. Try and picture it. They are bringing the money
I
in
get.
Ghana must
I
go.
understand what
So
you're saying. Yeah.
they can buy it at any price. They no fit lose. They know they
Mm-hmm.
lose. Let it be one
Money we don't
five.
know work for.
They will.
They will buy it.
No, they work for it anyway. They work for it anyway.
What work did they do?
Don't
To win
ask me
election
that.
is the
Oh.
only work now.
It's not easy, my guy. It's not easy to win election.
That's the
It's
only
not
work now.
easy.
You just do it once. Once you have won, you have won. For the next 4 years, you are just collecting monthly already change now.
And you are
They
busy.
don't work for
You
it
know the
every
worst
month.
thing? They are busy changing it to dollar. That's the problem. That's our problem. The day they realize that all they need to do is to change it to dollar, that was the beginning of our problem.
Hmm.
Dollar,
Okay.
dollar. Everything must be in dollar. So now just write it down and you to put it in your indicator list. You understand? If there's a change of government by May 29 or whatever, after few times, if the exchange rate remains the same, it means the people in government are still busy buying dollar. They are the only one that can afford, they are the only one that is capable of making dollar high. But immediately you see the exchange rate coming down, it means the money in Nigeria is being used inside Nigeria and it's not being used to forcefully buy dollar. So
Hmm.
that's use only that. Don't go to any court. Don't ask for any budget. Don't ask for anything. Just be looking at the exchange rates.
Hmm. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for this.
Two people have spoken this night, and both of us were able to make you, reason deep.
No, economically, economically.
Okay, okay.
Because he was on the part of, oh boy, which I know if he achieve for Nigeria throughout my years. In less than 10 years, I don't achieve them for America. So he was talking about the economic aspect of greener pasture. You're also
Yeah.
explaining why economics is like this in Nigeria. So economically, you have, because I'm a poor man, I've never thought in this direction before. All I know how to do, yeah, all I know how to do is just reject. They will bring money, I will reject it. They will call, invite you, I will say no, I'm not into that. They will say, now I know, say I suppose don't they collect that money, because all the people on whose behalf I they reject all this and say I won't do right, they no get sense. But I have no regret, sha. I have no regret,
You should see something that I placed on my status just this evening. Let me read it to you. Let me just read it to you. I said,
okay.
I believe I believe this election has opened more eyes. What I'm not sure are the brains behind those eyes. What I'm not sure of. I think
Hmm.
you got that. Eyes,
Say
I'm
say the
sure
last part again.
everybody. Okay, I said
What you do not believe in.
this
Yeah.
election has opened more eyes. What
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure of are
Mm.
the brains behind those eyes.
Mm.
Are the brains also
Okay.
opened?
Whether the
Is it
brains
only
are
the
also
eyes?
opening, like the eyes are opening.
I'm not sure
Whether
about
the
the
brains are
brains.
also
I'm not
opening.
sure.
We
I'm not
are
sure. Maybe the
okay.
brains are opening, but the eyes, I'm sure it is opening wide now. Ojú ti
Yeah.
red.
It is well. Let me see if African Wahala has something to
But
tell us. I can't see his
subcontractors, we have to
African
separate
Wahala. Wait till happen. We don't see your image
work
now.
package for all subcontractors that are a viewpoint subcontractor.
Oh, sorry,
and that's committed in
Africa, have you there airport?
No. I dare hell. You know they see my face.
No, I don't see your
Disable
face.
camera.
But just
Wow.
continue while you are trying to get. Okay, we can see you now. Something
Yes, sir.
blocking
Yes,
forward.
sir. My brother Shego. Wait till the apple.
Hey, African Wahala. Which Wahala you bring this night now?
No, me, I don't care what again. No. Me, my own be say my own
Okay,
be
I
say, man,
mean,
obedience must react to because you can't just be robbed in broad daylight blatantly
no, but
and
Obi has
just
said
keep
you should
quiet.
not react. Obi
Yeah.
Obi has it figured out. Is with yeah. I saw you didn't see the video. He has said people should not react.
Wow.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I didn't.
Obi has said everybody should not. He has said everybody should be calm and should not react and there should no protest. Oh, maybe because I didn't upload it. Maybe I should start uploading everything I have now.
Yeah, I
He has
think you
said people
should.
should not react. He has said it's not necessary that people should not protest and that
So is it just going to
it's all right.
concede defeat?
No, the outcome is not yet. They haven't announced the final, right?
Yeah, but we
So
know what's
he's,
going
he's
we know
so
what they're
he's
going
work
to
he's
announce.
working with the cabal. He's working with those who know what to do. So he doesn't need you to protest. Yeah,
Okay, in that case, I
maybe
guess
your protest go do yeah.
the so the obedience were trying to send a message, which by the way, I congratulate them for
I
sending that
really love it.
message.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
congratulate obedience, salute to obedience. I am not an obedience,
absolutely.
but I have to be an advocate for the obedience at this time
No,
because
for resistance against oppression. Yeah.
yes. I mean, when we see oppression, we have to speak about it, even if we are not in the same camp. But
All oppressed people have
I
the same.
think,
They have all oppressed people have one thing in common: oppression.
yeah, the common denominator
Yeah,
is the oppression. It's just
yeah.
unfortunate that we have to be fighting ourselves and calling ourselves names during the
No, we don't need
campaign
to
to
do
the
that.
elections because we're not on the same page. And the reason why people like me were not on the same page as the obedience is very simple. I can't trust a guy that tells me that Obasanjo is his godfather. Sorry, I can't. Or someone that tells me that Abdul Salam is his godfather. Or Atiku Abubakar. So come on, man, it doesn't make sense. But regardless, it's unfair
They
what
are the
happened
ones
to
that
the
will put him there.
obedience.
He works with the cabal. So
But I can't believe are they wait, are obedience now just going to sit down for another 4 years and allow the
no.
oppression continue?
Well, I don't want to preempt, but we already started seeing signs that suggest that many of them will start hosting flags again, hoisting their flags. If you understand that.
I feel you. I feel you. Well, people like me, we've never
But
changed. We've had the same mindset from day one about what we stood up for. And like you, Shego, Objective Media, me, I respect you. I salute you because you always try to bring people like me that are extremely agitated. You bring us back to reality and tell us that listen, no be by violence, no be by gra, no be by say, hey, Yoruba nation now, no be by that. We have to approach it strategically. And I appreciate you for doing that. And this election further proves that we are wasting our time trying to solve this country. This country is made to punish us.
hmm,
Period. The country was created for the benefit of the British. And when the British passed down the baton
hmm,
to our people, the Nigerians, they maintained that same structure. They created states not for our benefit, but for their benefits. I remember when we had 12 states. Next thing we had 30 states, then 36 states. All that stuff was not created for our benefit. It was created for the benefit of the elite. And now we are here. We've come around a full circle. We've conducted another election, fraudulent, no result again, robbery. So I don't know, man. This time around, the obedience have the loudest voice, and I'm just waiting for them to either react or maybe join some of us that have been campaigning for a particular ideology. Finally, Brother Shegun, let me ask you a question. What do you think about my own two radical solutions to Nigeria's issue? Number one, we have to merge with all the surrounding countries: Cameroon, Chad, Niger, Benin, Togo, Ghana. Let all of us come together and form one country. I know it's almost impossible to achieve, but that's one of my own solutions. Number two solution, break it up. What do you think about that?
The two solutions are right in their own way. There are proponents of Africa as a country. That Africa too is too small to be a continent, but that Africa should rather be one country. The proponents of this idea, including the likes of Marcus Garvey, Kwame Nkrumah, and co, believe that Africa, being a black continent, should not be further divided, that it is a division that is making it possible or easy for exploiters to infiltrate us, colonize us, and do what they are doing. But that if we were one, it would be easy, it would be difficult for anybody to exploit Africa as a continent. But there are still those who are also saying we are too big for one black man to control. Consequence upon which they believe everybody should still divide and govern themselves. Some of those who believe that Africa should be one have cited examples of the fact that America is big enough and is still a country. In fact, that the size of New York is the size of Nigeria, and New York is just one state, or do you call it a province in America? That New York is not even a country, but it is about the size of Nigeria as a country in Africa. It's just a city,
Yeah.
but it's in square kilometer size is about Nigeria size. It's just a matter of administration. Now the question is, who will administer Nigeria as a country, and who will even bring Africa together as just one country? Is it the same people who are, according to the guests who just left, are exchanging the total allocation they get monthly into dollar, and they are sending the money abroad? Are those the people you rely on to join Africa together as a country? Is it Wiki? Or I don't know. Just mention names. Is it those
No,
charlatans that will,
no, it can't be them.
you know?
It can't be those types
Uh,
of people. Man,
so
I
so
think
that simply
we're in a
means
serious mess, man.
to achieve what you are even saying, we must first of all take the power and put it in the hand of African visionaries who can think and do. Not We won't leave it in the hands of charlatans and expect it to happen, because they will never do it. The people will first go and ask Britain whether people are asking for us to add more states in Nigeria. Should we do it before they will do
Big bro.
it? Are those the ones you want to, yes, you rely on to make Africa one? If the answer is no,
Absolutely not.
then that means we are still back to the table of discussing how do we get the country away from these fuzzy visionaries and put it in the hand of right visionaries before we can start talking about that. We know what we want. We are still dealing with, let us even change this fake constitution. We have never been able to. Fake constitution we have, we the people, is fraud. Is a fraudulent constitution. Everything inside it was drafted by Obasanjo Abdusalami. We were not part of it, but they say it is for the people. We have never been able to change that constitution to a people's constitution. You want to extend your your attempt to merging the whole of Africa together.
Or the other
So we have to start
countries.
from there first. We have to start from there. Have we been able to save ourselves before
I
we
don't know
save
what the
other African
solution is.
countries? So no, the solution is from Africa. No, the rest of countries, the rest of the countries in Africa are looking up to Nigeria right now. They are waiting upon Nigeria to strike it because they know Nigeria is capable. We have the size, we have the number, we have the resources, we have everything, but we don't have the right leadership. And it is not these
But
charlatans
the
or
but the
opportunists
people, the
that will do
leadership,
it.
it's still the same Nigerians that become the leaders, and Nigerians are just like the leaders in general.
No, but we know. Okay, it's just like you want to have election in a school. You want to have election in a school, or let's just say class captain, and there are vested interests. You know that this one is capable. You know this one is not capable, but because this one is the son of so person, the manipulate things and make this one the class captain. The other one who knows what to do, they will never give him. It starts from there. Even in the family, even in CDA, landlord association meeting, they want to have landlord association. They want to elect a new chairman of landlord association. Sentiment starts creeping in. It's not that they don't have the people who can do it. It is that they don't want that person to do it. It's just as simple. Maybe you have seen people saying that Baba must do it. Must, even if it's just one day he spends in office and it doesn't exist again. At least they want him to be the president.
To get to the
But they know
office.
it's too old. They just, you know, and if you ask them, what will he do when he gets to office? They say we don't even care. All that matters is that he should get there.
Should be not the same way obedience. They tell us, say, we don't care if he's taking pictures with Sheikh Gumi. We don't care if he's with Abdul Salam. He must get.
And
In fact, they're even calling Obasanjo
that's
their hero now.
example.
Obasanjo is their hero right now.
Oh.
And Dino Melaye is their hero right now.
No, see, let me let you know one thing.
Oh my God.
If despite all this revealed fraud, despite all this fraud that have been revealed in this electoral process so far, if INEC goes ahead to declare article winner, most of these people will still fight among. You know why they will fight them? They will divide and fight. What to cause their division? Some of them will accept article. They prefer PDP
to APC.
Maybe they are already doing joint press conference. Labour,
I saw them.
NNPP.
I saw
it's the same family.
And Okowa, Dati Ahmed and Okowa in a press conference. For a second, I was thinking, is this PDP? What did they happen for here? But I can't say a normal level.
It's family meeting. It's family. They are the same family. So most of these people shouting for Obi today, shouting Obi today. If article wins, if INEC declares article the winner, they will stop talking. It's the same thing. They are the same people. As a matter of fact, let me even shock you. No, it's not even a shock. It's common knowledge. PDP would have won this election hands down, because a lot of people who did not vote for APC are angry. It's a protest. It's a general protest vote against APC. So PDP would have just won. Banky W would have won Etiosa in Lagos. Clean. But because of the whole noise about Labour, Obi. So, and it was the day of presidential election that they are also conducting reps election. So they just completed Labour everywhere they see Labour.
For everybody.
So most of the people who voted that guy in Labour to defeat Banky W in PDP, they don't even know the candidates of House of Rep in Etiosa for Labour. They don't even know the guy. They just.
I'm sure if they knew he was Banky, many of them would have selected Banky.
Say again.
I said if they knew it was Banky in that PDP slot, many of them would have chosen Banky.
So if there was no noise for Labour, if there was no Labour noise, Banky would have defeated the APC guy in Etiosa. All the protest votes that went to Labour would have gone to PDP. All the protest votes that went for Obi would have gone for Atiku. Because an average Igbo man is a PDP man. Abga or PDP. Igbos have never voted APC before. I'm not being partisan. I'm not an APC member. I'm just analyzing the truth. It has been like that historically.
Yeah,
they prefer PDP to APC. Igbo, Southeast has always preferred PDP to APC.
Yeah.
So if Labour, if Obi had not gone out to Labour, they would have still preferred to vote PDP again. And it would have still been Atiku, like they did again in 2019 when Obi was with Atiku.
PDP.
They would have still preferred Atiku.
Ask you. Okay, let me ask you one question. Do you think the victims of the system, have we collectively taken a step forward after this election? Do you think we've taken a step forward or not?
The step we can have forward, like I said, all oppressed people have something in common, and that is oppression. The only step we can take forward is to be truthful to ourselves and let us face it. What do we need to do from here?
Good question.
We need to start with the Constitution. Appointment of people into judicial offices, appointment of who becomes the electoral commissioner and the chairman, appointment. We need to start protesting all those things ahead of the next election. If we still want to be having elections, in fact, we need to destroy party politics now. I'm looking for a way I can prevail on the likes of Showore, Pastor Bakare, Wole Soyinka. All those people should come together. Forget party. Peter will be inclusive. Forget party now. We have been able to identify good people who know what to do about every situation. How can we strengthen institutions ahead of the next election? Can all of you just forget your ambitions now? Let us look for a way to retire all these old people. And let us put all this, instead of having the good brains in different parties, you have Showore is in AAC. Peter Obi is not a bad guy entirely. He's in Labour now. He protested against PDP to enter Labour. He's not entirely a bad guy. I won't say he's a bad guy like that. He's a lesser evil, like they say. And since we can't find angels, since we cannot find angels to work to do the work, at least let's start with the lesser evil.
That's a step forward.
Bring all of those people together. All the people we have been able to identify. Kwankwaso is still not entirely a bad guy. Bring him out. Dele Faotimi is an intellectual. Bring him out. All the people who can. Falano is there. Soyinka. Then if you now cross into the southeast, there are good people who are also intelligent. You know, there are products of the Pa Anthony and Nahoros of the world. Products of the likes of Chino Achebe. They have products. Chimamanda Adichie is there. They are intellectuals. Let all of them forget about partisanship. Bring them together in a conference. We have done it before. It's just that we had the wrong leadership that was not willing to implement
in 2014.
Exactly. Bring these people together and say, see, you are not here to represent the interest of your party now. You are here to talk about the future of the country. What do you guys propose going forward? I can guarantee you that the first thing all of these people will want is that all those old people should not be the moderator or brokers of the outcome of their conference. All of them should go and sit down and let these young people who still have good brain start charting the course forward for this country. Simple.
Come on, man.
If you can just get all these old people out of the way, whether you are Iwolokon, whether you are Obasanjo, whether Obasanjo even coming out to speak about electoral fraud is the worst irony I've ever seen in my. Is the worst irony I have. somebody who presided over elections that were the most fraudulent in history.
Are you talking of 1979 or 2003?
In the whole of history that Obasanjo ever participated.
Obasanjo is the number one elections rigger in the history of Nigeria.
All the problems we have today in Nigeria, Obasanjo is part of the foundation. He is the creator of the templates.
Yes.
And he has no moral ground to complain about it.
Yes.
He should leave us to complain and fight for it. He should not even surface at all.
Let me take it a step further. He is lucky he's not in jail right now. Because in a normal society, people like that are supposed to be in prison. But he's lucky that they refer to him as an elder statesman. And that's why he still has the mouth to be writing some stupid useless letters.
He became elder statesman again. He became elder statesman again after endorsing Obi.
He no be my own elder statesman.
Started calling him elder statesman. Eh?
He no be my own elder statesman. He no be my own elder statesman.
He became elder statesman. You know, somebody, I don't even want to talk about him.
No, even to go deep into that one.
So all of them, whether Tinubu, Obasanjo, all those old men should just go and sit down and just say, see, since we are interested in a better country, and going forward, you are the ones who know the kind of future you want as young people. We quit the stage for you. Decide. You guys should come together, decide what you want, and that's it. They should leave. First, I'm sure that will be the first resolution if you bring all these young people together to discuss about the future of this country. Bring Showore, bring Farotimi, bring all the young people who are clamoring for a better. Bring Aisha Yusufu. I am sure the first thing they want to talk about is that all the old people should first go and sit down and not influence the outcome of whatever they want. It will be the first number one resolution. Whatever INEC is doing today that Obasanjo is complaining about, Obasanjo was the architect of it when he was there. He even wanted to term.
Yep.
Whatever Obasanjo wants to complain about today, he started it.
Let me ask you something, brother. This is about the
Umaru, are you dead? He was.
Anyways, so the temperature of things on ground, and after you said Obi has told them not to react, do you think it's too early to start advising people to maybe just go and start piling up food in your house in case any katakata busts? Just go and start stockpiling. Not to the happen back.
No katakata will bust.
Okay, those soldiers with them deploy go.
No,
level.
No, nobody will do any nonsense now.
Is it because of the soldiers?
No. The soldiers are not there because they are expecting any reaction from obedience. The only people who are capable of causing uprising or upheaval now are obedience because they are in big numbers. So it is because of them that soldiers are out. Because they know that they will cheat them and they may react. And Obi has told them not to react because he doesn't want them brutalized. Obi does not even want to go to jail. If na Showore get that kind crowd, if na Showore get this kind crowd now,
if na Showore get that crowd,
we can begin to say, oh yeah, people, hey, go and buy food and stock at home. You go hot to, because as but let's not go there. We know who we are dealing with.
Yeah.
Let's not go there because Showore have not even want to talk now, even though he's ready. Because one thing I know about Showore is he did not support MKO Abiola in 1993. He did not. Showore is a pure Fela person. Fela sang about ITT, MP Abiola, International Thief. Showore never supported MKO. Showore only came out when MKO won, and they wanted to deprive him of. And Showore said, "No, I don't support this thief, this motherfucker, right? But so long as people say they want that thief, it's democracy. Allow it." That is
And
Showore for you.
he's doing the same thing right now.
He's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing right now.
Yeah.
To say, I not support this lesser evil. Evil na evil. Whether you, but as far as people say they want them, you have no right to truncate their wish.
Brother, Shegun,
That is Showore for you.
Showore say, even though if these people have been mocking you for a long time, don't react emotionally and start mocking them back. Speak up against injustice. Baba,
exactly.
Salutes to Showore. Anyway, I see Showore.
No, that is Showore for that is Showore for you. That is Showore for you. That is who Showore is. Yeah. Showore will not say because you have spoken against him before, or because do you know how many Oduduwa agitators abusing Showore every day, calling him Omuale? When they were arrested after Igboho ran away, he was still the only one that went to court facing DSS and still releasing them. Many Igbos who abuse Showore wey DSS arrest, na Showore go still dey go fight DSS say you have no right to be holding this person because he has agitation. Imagine if Showore is president. Nigerians are not thinking, unfortunately.
Wait, Shegun.
Imagine if Showore na president.
Shegun, I need to ask you one question. This question, because I know say me and you, be like say we're on the same page as far as Showore. Me, I love Showore and my man. You get me? But there is still this aspect where, as human beings, we're all fallible. Nobody is perfect. And we've seen human rights activists in the past, like Oshiomhole of Edo State. We saw Oshiomhole become a governor and a thief and an oppressor after faking being a human rights activist for years. What are the chances that if Showore ever gets to Aso Villa, he could switch up and become someone like Oshiomhole, in your opinion?
You already said that, you already said it that he faked it. That is, Oshiomhole faked it, right? You already said it. He faked. Oshiomhole was never original. It was never genuine. If you know those who knew Oshiomhole as far back as TUC, NLC, before he even contested, they knew he will lead protest in the afternoon, go and prostrate for Obasanjo in the night. And they were like, they know him. So Oshiomhole is never a yardstick.
Yeah.
So I would prefer that if you want to push Showore in a context, I would think you should put him in the context of maybe the likes of those that made Africa a little respectable today. Maybe Thomas Sankara, Marcus Garvey, Kwame Nkrumah, Nelson Mandela. You know, those ones tried.
Yeah.
Those ones were never, Thomas Sankara would not lead protests in the afternoon and go and prostrate in the night and say, please help me to get this ticket. In 2019, as far back as 2019, when they formed PACT, they invited Showore to come and see Obasanjo. Showore said no. Obasanjo knows Showore very well now. But Showore never wants to meet Obasanjo. He never wants to. Because if he meets Obasanjo, he will tell him the truth. You saw the video of, I think it was the first peace signing meeting.
Accord.
When Al-Mustafa saw Showore, Al-Mustafa actually likes Showore a lot for being bold, telling the truth and all that. He saw Showore and was farming Showore. Showore was still telling him to the face. That is who Showore is.
Yeah.
When Showore went to, and he decided from that day that he would never go and meet any Oba again, they said, "Oh, Showore, you need to go and meet some of these Obas actually like you. You are just the one not going to them." And some OAU Ife students prevailed on him to say, "Don't worry, Oni is willing to meet you. Why not let's go there?" And he went, and Oni did his usual thing. And Showore said, "Shebi, I told you." When Oni eventually came out, Showore told him to his face. You remember? Showore
Yeah.
told him to the face that it's because I'm not a money bag. If I were Atiku, you be the face you want to come and meet me, to come and welcome me from the gate. Showore is not that kind of person that he will meet you and now fall because he met you. He doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not. He will tell you to your face, say, "Now who you be this I know."
Now them they even behave themselves when they see Showore. For
Now.
example, when they put the Tinubu beside Showore in their second peace accord, did you see how Tinubu was farming, was trying to be a gentle boy around Showore, asking him for his leaflet? Hey, can you borrow me your leaflet? Did you see how Abdul Salami came out and said, if Showore becomes the president, some of us would have to run away, because they know they have to be of good behavior around Showore. They know, because it doesn't give a damn about them. Anyways, brother, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. Let me just give you my last input. According to the title of the broadcast, you said 2023 elections. What was your expectation met? If not, what? So for me, my expectations were met. That's my answer.
Yeah.
This is exactly how I expected it to go. I expected the obedience because of the loud noise they've been making for the longest time. I expected them to make a dent in the numbers, but I also expected the establishment to rob them, and that's exactly how it played out. Thank you so
So
much,
your
my brother.
expectation was met.
100%.
All right. Okay. Congratulations. At least your expectation was not dashed.
No.
Let me hear from those whose expectations were different and was dashed.
Thank
All
you, my
right.
brother Shego.
Enjoy the rest, bro. Yeah. Afo, sorry for keeping you waiting this long. And I saw you eating. Where's my own?
From outside. You know, there's the heavy, we have a big snow. Instead of rain, it's snow. So I just come back. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, I can manage. I can manage to hear you,
Can
but
you hear
just
me?
go ahead. Go ahead. I can hear you. Go ahead.
There's snow, a lot of snow today. I just come right now. I saw it's quite for almost 1 month now. We don't even talk anything about the. So I don't even see you. What happened?
It's deliberate, man. It's deliberate so that they won't say I'm biased. So I just decided to keep quiet. I also wanted to just enjoy. It's an entertainment for me, you know. I just wanted to enjoy it. I was getting entertained, so I was just
Thank God.
enjoying it. But you know,
So
it's not yet Uhuru. It's not yet Uhuru. You know,
not yet over. It's not yet. No. Yeah.
yeah, it may see and
Okay, now.
it may see,
Okay.
yeah.
It may be in a court or it will still come out no matter anyhow. Like my show in Lagos, he's telling me that I can vote against Tinubu. So come. That's why we are not one. I can be and I'm be able to vote or contest. That is one Nigeria. We are not one
I don't
Nigeria. That,
I don't know why this is breaking.
uh,
I guess it's network or something. Can you try?
maybe
Can
it's
you
network.
try do it? Can you try do it again? Try coming in again. Let's see whether it will be better. So, gentlemen and ladies, yes, that's it for me. It's just a form of entertainment. It's just an entertainment, and I think I'm going to try to have a
Can
food
you
again
hear
another
me
time.
now?
Okay, I think it's better now. Yeah.
Is it
Okay, so let's
is it
make
better
it
now?
snappy. Let's just have your yeah.
Yeah, I really the result from Lagos, Kaduna, the way it go like that is that why most of the southeast, south, their turnout getting low. The people in the north always higher. What's the causes?
Causes political
Yeah,
consciousness, nothing more. They
because
are more politically
you
conscious in
see,
the north. They don't do any other business. It's
so
politics.
because see if you can gather all the voter together now in the south and you see that the figure is different. How can you do you have a in Lagos
Okay, let me hear
and
from Schofield
only
News. Schofield News, how are you today? I want to
okay
know what's causing your own audio to break. I want to know if it is general. Schofield News,
okay
how are you? Can you see the topic? What was your expectation? Was it met?
Yes, yes. First of all, thank you for what you are doing. I really appreciate the hard work here.
You're welcome.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm coming out clear. Are you getting me?
I can hear you. Your
Am I
your
coming
own
out?
audio is better. Yeah. I think our phone needs
Okay,
to
okay.
check his own.
um, yeah, I think the topic really attracts me on the program for the night, and really,
Okay.
honestly, I must be frank to you. My expectation is just what we are seeing. Originally, we know this is what is going to happen. Number one is that
Hmm.
starting from
So you're not
beginning, from the
disappointed.
settings. No. I'm not disappointed at all. Not at all. The only thing that happened is that we've been able to establish something for the entire world to see that we were right. We are always right. So these people,
Hmm.
they don't care about you and I.
Hmm.
Somebody was saying something about Sowore just now. How are we sure if he get there, he gets there? People should understand this. Sowore is not going to be the president by himself. He's going to take instruction from people who will control him. He has nothing to offer. He
Hmm.
has nothing to offer. There is no single political candidate that has anything to offer to the country. People, even the Labour Party, are just saying and just saying all the things, obedience. Obi cannot offer anything to the country because the constitution is incapacitated. Have you ever seen a country running without a rule of law? And people are there looking at the people. You can imagine even in the election, the president of the country and the attorney general of the country is violating the rule of the Electoral Act publicly to the scene of the people, in the scene of the international communities, with the eyes of the international media. The president of a nation, the attorney general of a nation who claims to be the number one citizen of a country is violating the Electoral Act. Then what do you expect from the people you are leading? So we are not disappointed at all. I personally I am not disappointed. This is what I know that will happen. For everyone's information, this election marks it 100 years Nigerians have been voting. And it has always
Hmm.
been like this. The only difference we had 3 days, 4 days ago is that there are smartphones, there are social medias. Other previous elections, you were not here on this platform. Nobody is seeing the things that were happening. Today, we have the international people awareness, we have the social media awareness to escalate the events to the entire world to see. That is the only difference. These things has been like that for all our lives, and we have been accepting it like this all our lives. The only difference now is that we have a raising voice of agitation between the Biafrans and between the Oduduwas. That is the only difference. They have raising up the mind of people to start looking into their face of what is happening. These people are completely corrupt, and there is nothing anybody can do to stop them. The only thing we have to do is to take up the country on ourselves. If not, this thing will continue.
How do you do that?
There is no political party in the country or no political candidate that has the ability to change anything in that place. No one. No one. So the only thing that can decide is for bring the people together and call in for referendum and let them decide whether to continue this. Then if at the end of the referendum we are decided to come together to continue this, there will be a new structure of how to go about it. That is the only thing. Not this
I have
politician.
a question
Someone
for you.
who
I have a question for you.
okay, go ahead.
Does the constitution as we have it right now allow for referendum?
It does not. And they structure it that way. That is the diversity, the dangerous diversity we have been crying for. These people structure it that way so that you
No.
and I can never rise to stand for our rights for any day.
Is a straight question. This constitution, does it allow for referendum? The
No.
one we currently operate. Okay, fine. Do you know that there are candidates saying that the constitution must be changed? If they win, they will change this constitution and they will allow referendum to be a clause in the constitution. Are you aware?
Yeah, I'm fully aware of that.
So when
But
you now say
you're
no
also aware
candidate,
that, and I'm also aware that a lot of people have made promises, and when they get to that place, they will not have power to fulfill those promises.
because
So there's
they
no
are
assurance he can keep to that promise.
because they are brought in by the cabal. Those who are telling you
Yes,
they will not touch the constitution, they are brought in by the cabal. So when you see candidates, it's
yes.
now this is where the duty, this is where we have duty as citizens or electorates. When we hear candidates saying, I don't want to work with the cabal because they will not allow me to do the work I want to come and do, we are supposed to work
My
with that
brother,
person.
thank you very much.
Oh, sorry,
My
let me
brother, thank
land.
you
I
very much.
waited for you to land. But when we say we
Okay,
must follow the one because it's our brother, we must follow the
yes,
one that is working with the cabal. And you ask him about the
yes.
constitution and he says there's nothing wrong with the constitution. You know you are the one setting yourself up. Sure, you know.
Yes, I understand you
So don't
perfectly.
say there's no candidate. Don't say there's no candidate that can change it. There are candidates that you are the ones who don't want them. So let's be clear.
Yeah, we are very
I
clear
don't
on
know if
this.
Afo,
But do you know why? Do you know why you and I are having this discussion now? It's because Sowore is not working with the cabal. That is why we are having this
exactly.
discussion now.
He
And
doesn't
because
want to
Sowore
work
is
with the
not
cabal
work,
because they will not let him do what
because
he's
he
supposed to
doesn't
do.
want, yeah, because he doesn't want to work with the cabal, he can never be there. I don't know if you're
It's
getting
not
my
true.
point. The
It is
way
not
the people
true.
have structured this, they can never allow him to come in.
One
I don't know if
more
you're getting my
question.
point. Yes.
I am getting you, but you are not getting the point. One more question. Do you think if Shore is the one who has this massive backing like Obi has it, Obi has told people not to fight, not to volunteer, not to demonstrate, because he feels the cabal supporting him will have it fixed, right? Do you think
Yes.
if this is Shore that has this kind of massive backing and the number of votes they are rigging, do you think he will fold his arms and say, "Don't let's not do anything"?
No. Sowore is known for standing tall. Honestly, let's be honest in this place. Sowore is known for standing tall in every ramification. You won't. But the fact I'm trying to bring to
Even
you
if
is
even
that
if he has, even if he has to go to jail alone for it, he will go to jail.
he's ready for that. He's ready for
He
that.
did it before.
But I'm telling you that
He will call for
nobody
protest, he will
will
call
give
for
him that
resolution, he will
backup.
fight.
And let me shock you. Let me shock you with this. Are you aware that Obi is fully supported by the Kaba? Are you aware?
That's what I am
Obi is fully
saying.
supported. Obi is fully supported by the Kaba, and that is why you are seeing
That is why
awareness
he's telling you.
because
That is why
they
he's
know
telling
very
you
well
not to
that
react,
they know very well that the only
because
way
the Kaba
to
told
get the
him to
attention
tell you
of
not to react.
hello,
Yeah, because that is
are
why
you
he
hearing
told you
me?
not to react. I can hear you.
Uh-huh. Okay. So they know very well that with the support of Obi, they only use him to create distraction. Those who are supposed to have time to channel their energy to somebody, they channel it to Obi. These people, they are prepared for the worst always, all the time. Honestly, I am very much eh, happy with the topic you are treating. None of some of us, we are not disappointed at all. This is what we know and what we have seen that is going to happen, and we are seeing it happening. But the good news is that we have the eye, the ears of the international community and the international media. Thank you very
We
much.
have always
You
had
did
it.
a wonderful job.
We had it during thank you so much. We had it during MK Abiola times too, and other previous elections. It's not new that it's not the first time we are having international community observing or being part of our election. It has never changed anything. It's up to the people. It's always up to the people. Mr. Afu, I want to check if your device is speaking well now, or maybe you want to change device if it doesn't go well this time as well.
Can you hear me now? Because I'm about to go out.
Okay. So let's quickly
That
have
is like the network is not. You know,
okay. Let's quickly have your input
you
before
you
you.
you,
Yeah.
peop- you people have already said everything. You
Hmm.
know, we expect that against Peter Obi against Atiku because they don't want Atiku. Some people from the north they don't want Atiku. Peter Obi, like Oji Zokalu now, he did not support Obi. Wike and Co. They are not supporting it. So definitely we know we are seeing the only solution that you first of all said before is that our constitution must be changed. If they cannot change that constitution, election we do in that country will continue to be the same thing. Because could you imagine the inner chairman said they will in a real time, but at the end of the day, it's not like that. They'll be able to upload the senator, the House of Rep, but the president one is not going. The logic. So thank you very much,
It's
Edu.
spiritual.
I just
All right.
I really appreciate your topic.
Thanks so much. Thanks for hanging on. Thanks
Um,
for hanging on there.
I
Yeah,
will chat
I really
you.
took your time.
I will chat you on
No
your
problems. On
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. No
Okay.
problems. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Regard to my daughter.
It's all right. It's all right. No problem. Yeah. I don't know if Ajani is still there. I can't see your face though. But let me just quickly pass this comment to everybody. You see, Ajani, if you're still there, let's see your
I,
face and try to. Okay,
so,
you're
so
there.
that they can come pick me up. I be
Are you afraid?
the Lord is
But
my
you can see
strength.
my own face. Everybody can see my own face
And
now. Are you afraid?
if they pick you up, we will just pray for you now. Me, I'm like, we pray
We
for
go pray
you.
for everybody. Then we go pray for you too.
Me, no. But on a more serious note, you see,
Oh, God,
Shegun,
yeah.
Shegun, let's
Mm.
just tell each other the truth. There's no country. Just look at the vote
We are
spread.
trying to have one.
There is none. There's no hope for one. Let me just give you the bad news first before I give you the second bad news. There's no good news. So don't even go there. It's bad news, then more bad news. So look at the spread of the vote. Even the most liberal place that even was open was Southwest. That somebody is winning Lagos and somebody was in Osun. How can in a country where you say you are one, how can one candidate get 95% of the vote he wants, and you telling me that it's not a tribal candidate. Who is lying to who? Who is fooling who here?
Hmm.
Like it just tells you how divided the country is. It's how divided the country is. And people are already quoting law online that because somebody won Abuja, then that means that. See, this thing might be the thing that will break up Nigeria. Because for the first time in Nigeria's history, somebody that barely has 8 million might be the president of the country. Imagine becoming Nigeria's president, not even having 10 million votes. Imagine not having 10 million votes and you're president of the country, even though you had over 70 million people that had PVCs. That means one out of 7 people gave election. Do you know what that means? That means you have no mandate. You can have the required number, but you're gonna have issues. If Tinubu wins now, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a tough time. If Atiku is, God, please, anybody but Atiku, that man fix any that in fact that man will sell Shogun. He can sell it. He can sell anything. Even his mom, he will sell anything. That man can sell anything. Sellable.
Are you sure I've not been sold already?
The way this is going over, not
If you don't sell me all the time, they privatize everything now.
That guy can.
Make
I
I
don't
know
know why that to sell. Just sell this one, sell that one, sell. But this guy is just everything. Just sell everything. I don't know. So at this point, whoever wins to me, I don't even care at this point. I don't care. And people, but the reason I even called in because you're in Nigeria, I want to ask you something. Be honest with me. You are in Lagos, you're in Nigeria. How the hell? What happened in Ethiopia? I was watching Twitter. People are voting for LP. They didn't even know who they were voting for House of Rep. The person they didn't even know his name. They didn't even know his name.
Or what he looks like.
They didn't even know him.
It is the Peter Obi effect.
But that's the problem. We follow personalities. We don't follow ideology. It's the person
follow
that we like
noise,
that we
trend.
follow.
Yeah.
Yes. Banky W has been there for years. He failed the last 4 years because he's not on Labour now. You don't vote for him. Really? People there's a guy here in abroad. I won't mention his name. Under Labour in the South area. The man bought form from Germany for Labour Party house. It's in Germany. He won. He didn't campaign. I'm telling you, he's in Germany right now. He bought form for House of Rep. I won't mention the area. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. He's in Germany. He didn't come to Nigeria. Bought form for Labour. He won. He didn't campaign. Nobody even know, but he won. How does that make sense? Because it's Labour? Do you see the problem here?
I understand what you're talking about, though, but I won't also talk. So this is where the issue is. Trend in Nigeria and how it affects everything else. Education, people don't want to hear it. Now, people who voted, but there's a positive part to this thing, though. The positive side of it is that if these people will not still defect or they come to another party, it is still a positive. You know why? If you have Labour members in the house from Lagos, or almost even APC almost losing governorship, or even lost it, it is a plus to our democracy. So that one person does not dominate all the time is a plus.
Between you and I,
Let's have it mixed.
I know,
even if Obi doesn't win, his influence would have mixed some people in Labour.
I know. Okay, my guy, you answered me honestly. If Obi loses, how many of them will not decamp within 1 year? Be honest.
That's why I said if they will not. That's why I said
will
even if Obi wins, let me ask you. Let me ask you. Even if Obi wins, why do you think Obi himself will stay in Labour?
He has to stay.
Obi himself, do you think he will stay
Because
in Labour?
but the way Labour has been acting on TV, hosting joint press conferences with PDP, it's like they are one party. The way they are acting, PDP, LD,
That's what I'm
APC,
saying.
and
Obi
Labour.
himself will go back to PDP.
Hmm.
Obi himself will not stay in Labour. He
So
just wants to win. That's all.
what would the obedient say then?
Obedience will agree with him. No, no. Is there anything Peter Obi does that obedience don't defend? Have obedience ever voted outside of PDP before? Most of the obedience are PDP people now. They have never voted. Let me put it this way. I'm not trying to be tribalistic. It's just the reality. Most of the obedience are Igbos, and they have never voted APC. Igbos have always voted PDP. If Obi did not leave Labour, PDP will win this election.
Hmm. You know what? Shegun,
So
I
yeah.
think Showore has a point now. I think my eyes just open now. Nigerians are not ready.
Oh,
They are not ready. They are not ready.
welcome.
They are not. This is not the kind of change that we are looking for. We don't want people that are part of the system masquerading as change agents.
Exactly.
That's what is going on. I think people are not what they are looking for is not what they are. Maybe it's by mistake, by default. Obi to me is an opportunist. He just sees the opportunity of
Ah,
of that space. That is the truth.
P Square will abuse you. Oh.
But that is
P
the
Square will
truth.
abuse you if they hear this. Oh.
Shegun, be honest, the man is an opportunist. He knows there's a void. He knows that he took that charge of that space. He's exploiting people's concerns and needs now. If Obi loses now, I'm already hearing online now. Oh, let's divide the country. They are back to their old ways again. It's already coming back now. I mean, who is fooling who here?
Do
I
you
mean,
know what do you know the only problem I have? The
yeah.
only trouble I have with these people is that many Yorubas supported Obi in the southwest. Obi pulled the volume of strength he has, not because only Igbos voted him in Lagos. No, Yorubas voted Obi massively. The Yorubas who are tired of the hegemony of Tinubu in Lagos voted Obi as alternative. If you don't know unpopular Yorubas who were influenced to vote Obi, at least you know Pa Ayo Adebanjo influenced a lot of Afeniferes. Dele Farotimi influenced a lot of Yorubas. Falz the bad guy, Mr. Macaroni, they influenced a lot of people. They are Yorubas. But why is it that we don't see influential Igbos saying anything different in their own place? In fact, if they see anybody not supporting Obi in the southeast, they humiliate the people who are not supporting Obi.
Did you see them printing the hands of old people in a polling booth for Obi? Like they were literally matching them in
I
to
saw,
come
I
out.
saw, I saw exactly.
They were
Not
also
only that, we saw a polling unit where one person voted APC, and they embarrassed the man, they humiliated him, they sent him out for voting APC. Just one person,
but that
and they
one they will not
abused the hell out of the old man.
they will that one not they will say that one is but this I'm convinced about the obedience. When Obi was winning all these states, INEC is doing a good job. INEC is doing well. Once Obi loses the place, it was rigged. Yeah, it was. Oh, so
Well, no, let's be factual. There were evidences truly that INEC failed to upload where they were supposed to upload. So those ones were amplified.
but is it
The ones
legal?
that favored them were not amplified.
Oh, no, was
The
it
ones
legal
that
to
did not favor them are the only ones they amplify.
was it okay? Second, between you and I, there's no way that I will believe that only 1.1 million people voted in Lagos State. There's no
That's
way
exactly what we
unless this
it's
thing
the
is
same
supposed
thing
to
we are
one thing.
saying.
I'm with you, Shagun.
Obi
Unless this
won. The margin the margin with which Obi won Tinubu in Lagos is more than what they actually reported. It's more. It was so wide. But they didn't upload all of them. They killed
But
most of the results
but
because it was too embarrassing.
one more thing as well I wanted to
But the point
understand.
I'm making is that Yorubas voted Obi. Why are Igbos, humiliating anybody for their own choices in the southeast?
That's what. But look at the numbers
That's the
across
only
the
issue I
north.
have.
Let's say even look at the north. Imagine all this KKK state. Typically they will say 2.5 million votes. Now they are barely getting 1 million. That tells you that we've been faking this thing for so long. That they've been stuffing ballots for years. Because even the numbers there are
Exactly.
like the
That's
record.
part of
Because
it.
this is probably going to be the lowest in history now. We are barely getting 21 or 22 million. That's never happened before. At least we get 30 million people now. That is a low turnout. But that Lagos one, that one is just too obvious. That one was tampered with. That was okay. Let me let Ophelia go ahead, man. Thank you, Shegun. Thank you, man.
All right, Mr. Jani, I appreciate it. Yeah. Mr. Ophelia, or is it Mrs.? Because there's no camera. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You don't want to show your face?
I'm at work. I'm not allowed.
Okay, it's not a problem. Just go ahead.
Yeah, I hear the other colleague of mine that is live on your program say something about people voting for a particular candidate because of Obi. We all go to the shop and we love Lexus because of the brand. We love Toyota because of the brand, and we follow this brand because of the quality that we expect from that particular brand. Obi has succeeded in making himself a brand in Nigerian politics. People might say things about him that is not right, but the everything about him speaks for itself. There's no governor in Nigeria right now that have served for 8 years that left any money behind. Like Tinubu can scream from here to Kafanchan that he built Lagos, but I was born in Lagos. I grew up in Bariga. I know when Jakonde was the governor of Lagos State. I know.
Well, the
I felt it. Well,
campaign is over now.
no,
Campaign is
I
over
felt.
now. We are just looking at the outcome,
No,
whether
no,
you
but
want
I'm
election
saying
or not.
I'm trying to tell you why people are voting for other candidates because Obi is involved. I'm telling you because of people have heard the history of
Because of the
Obi.
advert. Yeah, because
Yeah,
of the
because people
advert.
have heard the history of
It's the
Obi, and
advert.
people want to do the same thing. People believe that anybody that is associated with him have the same quality as him. Just like no, but like if you look at the governorship candidate,
Oh, Philly,
can you hear me?
let me. I can hear you, but let me quickly just chip in something. Not everybody who voted Obi knows Obi's track record or believes that Obi um, did well in Anambra State. Not all. Majority voted because I know many people who voted against Tinubu but voted Obi because of NSAS outcome. Not because they believe Obi is better or because Obi saved money in Anambra State. No. I know many people who voted Obi not because Obi saved money in Anambra or Obi turned Anambra to Eldorado. There are many people who voted Obi because they just want a change after any kind of change. There are many people who voted Buhari because they were just tired of Jonathan. It's not because they know that Buhari was better or that Buhari will turn Nigeria to Eldorado. They came back to complain. They just want anything but Jonathan. They just don't want Jonathan again.
You see, we
Even
we on.
Ibele. let me land. Even the daily Pharaoh teams of this world will tell you that they know that this this Peter Obi, they are not expecting anything from him. They said it point blank. The only reason they are supporting him is because they want the unity we claim for Nigeria. They just want it not just to be on paper, but also politically in practice. That let us switch. We have never allowed Southeast to rule before. So let us allow Southeast now. Afenifere said it that for unity of Nigeria to continue, let us support the Igbo candidate for regional equity and justice. So track record issue is not the issue for a lot of people who voted Obi. It was they just wanted, if we want to claim Nigeria as one, let's just support an Igbo candidate too. So yes, there are people who wanted Obi because they believe he saved money in Anambra State. But there are many people too who are not following that argument at all. They just wanted, if you are claiming Nigeria as one, we should also support Igbo to also be president for once at least. Can we be clear about that? Because if you want to toe the part of, because if you want to toe the part of Obi saved money, there are those who are using it against Obi, that he didn't know what to do with money, he didn't know how to increase revenue. So the one he got, instead of stealing it, he decided to save it, and he saved it so that the next person can loot it. So what is the sense in that? You don't know what to do with money, you saved it so that the next person can loot it, and Obiano came and did what with the money? So do you understand it? So it was also used against him at some point.
Yeah,
in fact, those who even said
Nigeria is a
even no, we are all, see, we are all not dummies. Some of us know how to interpret things very well. Okay, he saved
but
the money in which bank?
excuse me,
He saved in
me.
Access. He saved in this. He saved in the bank. In banks, he had no. If I put 25 billion naira in any bank, I'll become the largest share, almost like the largest shareholder. Anyways, go ahead.
I just want you to speak. So, but when I speak, please allow me to speak. So, if you have not finished, I will allow you to. But I just want you. I want you to give me the audience to speak as much as you have. That's all I'm asking.
Go ahead.
Okay. I am not a person that follow people blindly. I grew up seeing personalities like Taisho Larin in Lagos that will wear short knicker, and I wonder what kind of a man is this. I saw Bola Ige in Nigeria. I know these people as Yoruba people. If Okorocha or Umahi or Uzodima is running for presidency, I will not vote. I will not send money. I was supposed to come to Nigeria for this election because of the person that is involved. But my family said, no, don't come. So I had to send the money to support Obi's campaign. In 2019, when Showore was running, I sent money to Showore's campaign because I believed in him then. But when somebody came up and got a better light, and the way when he started attacking the guy, I mean, it's okay. I understand it's politics. Sell yourself. Don't attack other people. I always tell people that Showore has never managed anything before in his life. The only thing he has is Sahara Reporters, and everybody that was working with him has left. Deola is doing better since he left Sahara Reporters. That shows he himself is not a very good manager. Obi was a manager. Obi was a student and a businessman while he was in school, and somehow became a chairman of a bank. And he took that bank to another level. He became manager of three banks in Nigeria, a chairman of 3 banks in Nigeria. He left that, went to the UK to improve himself, went to special trainings in Harvard, all the schools in the world. He visited them and now came back to Nigeria. And he came when he said, okay, he wanted to develop Nigeria. So he said, okay, let me go to my state. let me run for governorship election. They did everything to stop him. At the end of the day, he became governor of the state. One thing I believe that is the problem of Nigeria, the beavers Nigeria is using right now for election. I believe personally that is a waste of money. I have lived here now for 18 years. When we do election here, we don't spend that kind of a money. And Belgium is maybe 100 times richer than Nigeria. But what they do, procurement in Nigeria is a very big problem in Nigeria. People pay 100 times, just like somebody like Wike will build one 20 kilometers, not even up to 20 kilometer, and then call DJ, call musicians, call the community, call all the kings, and then do a live video that is opening up 20-kilometer of road. When people in Europe are doing underground, undersea travel these days. So Obi came and showed and gave Nigerians a better opportunity, a better way to. If I don't have interest in Nigerian politics, but when I see people who stand out, like when Obasanjo was running for election, there was no chance for Olufalaye to win, but I wanted to vote for him. I think the election was cancelled or something, so I couldn't vote that time before I traveled. But I saw the candidate in him that he was better than Obasanjo. When I tell you the truth, if Uzodinma, Usoludo, and all these criminal Igbo politicians are running for election, I will not vote for them. Tinubu came to Lagos, took over the state, took the Marwa. If you even ask me, Marwa was a better governor than him when Marwa was the governor. Even what's the name of the other guy? I've forgotten his name now. He was a better governor. Tinubu did not do anything but elevate the status of Alaye boys.
Anyways, the elections, the campaigns are over. Election is already concluded. I was only asking whether your expectation was met or not. But let me quickly correct one thing about. I mean, the idea of trying to smear people, I don't do it, and that is why I always try to put the record straight. I never smeared Peter Obi before. The only thing I've ever tried to do is to say is I listen to his speeches, I read his manifesto and programs, and I criticize accordingly. I am interested in well-funded education and socialist programs. Obi is more of a capitalist, and that was I've never attacked him that he didn't do well in Anambra or anything. I don't do that. People say it. I only mention it in the light of when you say when he was governor, he saved mommy, and I say, but well, I've also listened to people who have criticized that idea, even though I don't know that part. But when you say Showore did not manage Sarah well, that is why when Adiola left, he was doing better. Let's be clear. That will not be right. You know why? Showore is a fighter. He fights corruption everywhere he sees it. You will not expect Showore's media to be accepted. Do you know why he went to do it in New York and not in Nigeria? When he tried to do it in Nigeria, they seized all his funds because he exposes corruption. It's not how do I put it? It's not a tea party. He has been going in and out of jail. It's not all the time. Yes, the likes of Peter Obi can be going to Harvard. They have the time. They are economists. Sit on the board of banks. It's a cozy thing to do. All the time they were enjoying all these things, all this luxury, going from Harvard to Oxford to all of that. Showore was going in and out of jail. It's a big sacrifice that we should not wish away. All those times we were telling on his business when he was away in jail in other places, it was telling on him and his family. He has not seen his family for 4 years, and we should still count that against him. I don't want to be ungrateful. He tried. Then even Dr. Damages, at some point when you work somewhere Sharia allows you liberty. When you feel it's okay, you want to leave, feel free, go and start your home. I mean, I don't think I've not heard Adiola saying he left Sahara Reporters because Sharia did not manage it well, or Dr. Damage saying anything like that. It was just they felt, yes, we want to do some other things that are not within the purview of what Sahara Reporter set out for. Adiola wants to do more of, you know, social political comic videos than Sahara Reporters was set out for, you know, um, a more a tough anti-corruption out, a platform, groundbreaking, revolutionary, investigative, strictly. So it's not as if he didn't manage it well. If he had not managed it well, he would have folded up now. He came to Nigeria, they seized his money. They sent DSS to be attacking his facilities in Lagos here. So it's not as if he didn't manage it well. So let us not be attacking people that it is because he didn't manage it well. That is why some people left and they are doing better. No, they just wanted to do other things that are not within the scope of what our reporter set out for. And that should be respected. So I would just want to caution, please. Peter Obi did well because he is an economist, is on that field. Chore did well as far as what he is doing is concerned. Others are also doing well as far as what they are doing is concerned. Chore is not doing comedy skits. He's not Mr. Macaroni. So if you want to judge the two and say, oh, Macaroni is getting more views, let Macaroni go in and out of jail like Chore is doing, and let us see whether he's able to sustain what he's doing. But you have to appreciate Macaroni for what he's doing because he's a skit maker. And if you want to judge, if you want to rate Macaroni, you rate him alongside other skit makers. If you want to rate Chore, you rate him alongside other freedom fighters. If you want to rate Peter Obi, you rate him alongside other economists and politicians. So trying to rate Chore that he must have not done well, no, I don't think it is the proper yardstick. It's just to quickly clarify that, please.
Okay, and again, you see, after Obi must have managed his own personal business, took over the chairmanship of banks and all. He now started from the state because there is one thing that I know. My mom always told me that if you want to start business, start from the very little, start from 10 naira. When you manage 10 naira very well, you get uplifted to the thousands. So when you want to manage a country,
Okay.
you first start.
I get where you are going. I get where you are going, but let me quickly also, so that we don't waste time. You see, when you are talking about business now, it is profit and loss. The goal is to make profit,
Yeah.
money, right?
Mm,
The same thing if you want to go into politics and
mm,
your dream is to become somebody. Like, let me start from this, and later I will climb to that. I will also go to the Senate. Later I will contest for House of Rep. Later I will contest for presidency. If you want to also do that as a career, it is also understandable. But if
mm.
you are coming in as a disruptor, you want to intervene. The process is different, to my brother.
Okay, no, but do we need
Somebody
a
is
no,
no.
no, do
I'm
we
coming
need
somewhere. I'm
wait,
coming
no, wait,
somewhere.
do we need a disruptor or a manager? Because if you what Nigeria
What are you
actually need
managing?
now is what you're managing is the enterprise called Nigeria. So you need somebody.
Enterprise. You see,
enter
again, we are talking. Again, we are not. Again, you see, we are not saying the same thing. Is Nigeria
Okay,
an enterprise?
is a country,
Oh,
is a is a
so and are
country.
things going are things going on where that you want to manage?
No, it's not going well. So you
Number
need a
one,
you wait,
no,
you need a
you
builder.
need an intervention.
You
What
need
are
an
you building?
intervention, but you need intervention of somebody who has already managed something like that. Something that's how do you say it? Something like a business, something like that has managed human resources before. Like you have
You can
managed
only
people
say
before.
you only say this kind of things in the context of something that is working or that was working before. Nigeria has never worked.
Yeah, it has never worked. That's why you need somebody that can manage people.
So what are you managing? You have you have a building. Sorry, you have a building that has that the foundation is already wacky.
Okay. Let's start.
Everybody agrees that the building.
Okay, let me make you understand. Let me make you
Agrees that the
understand.
building needs to go down and rebuild.
Okay, it needs to go down, but please let me make you understand something.
Now
Do you know
looking
what?
for an interior decorator.
No, it's not an interior decorator. First of all, you have to communicate with the people. And in communicating, you will communicate with both the criminal and communicate with the criminals and the good-minded and the good people in the society. So, and if you begin to tell a thief that a thief is a thief, they get ready for you. It's like this election. I just laugh at people when they say this election is over, and what they are beginning to believe now is that in a moment to come that Tinubu will become the president of Nigeria. That will never happen, because Obi, this thing has happened to Obi before. And you were saying something. If Oshibanjo was in this election, you will see the dynamics of the Igbos. The problem is, like people, like you were asking somebody, why is it that the Igbos are not voting, that Igbos are beating? If my own child, if my own brother I actually called my brother, please don't vote for this person. But if my brothers are in Nigeria, and if Oshibanjo was, because we all grew up in Lagos, if Oshibanjo was in this election, some of my family members will say, no, I'm not voting for Obio. I will vote for Oshibanjo, and I will understand it. You don't see somebody that's like that, somebody with a criminal record. And this thing affects us abroad, because anywhere you go with that's why most of us don't travel with our Nigerian passport anymore. Because once they imagine now, when you now have somebody that's a drug dealer as your president, how the rest of the world will see you. We already have that stigma when you are when they hear you are Nigerian.
So
go ahead.
Sorry, you just did something. You just called Tinubu a criminal.
Yeah, he's a criminal. Yes, he is a criminal.
Okay. But you are telling Showore that he's not supposed to be saying it, that he needs both a criminal.
No. I'm not saying he should not say. No, he's calling Obi a criminal, that he belongs to the old, and he has nothing to. It's just like me calling Oshibanjo a criminal. Now I can never say that.
No. Showore said it belongs to the old guard, that they are the same people.
It's not true, and it's not.
He said it's coming from people that they are the same people. Have you not seen them doing joint press conference already?
No, but what is no? Let me make you understand something. Let me make you understand why they are doing press conference.
I understand.
Obi is feeling raw. See what happened in Lagos now. You saw the election, and I'm even glad. I'm even glad that I did not come, because maybe one of those bullets. That I saw that guy in Aguda Sulere. I know him very well. The one that came to tell people that they should not vote.
Yeah,
I will go. Yeah, I will go and I will fight him. Maybe one bullet will have been in my body now. If you see the resolve of Nigeria,
your family will not like it,
and my family will not like it. That's why.
Know. And even if for BS, he will just move on. Only Showore will come.
No, see, I don't even want to be. I don't even want to be to come and save me, or to come and see what I'm doing. I am whatever I'm doing for this guy.
So why do you want somebody who doesn't even care?
No, he cares. Obi cares. Obi cares. You see, Obi cares. But even if I'm not doing anything, okay. I sent money. I sent money to his campaign. It's not the first time. It's not the second time. I could not make it. So I said, okay, what's the need of going? If I can't go, I can still support from here. So I sent the money.
Okay. Let's just look at the topic again, so that we because we have really digressed so much. Obi is a good man. Don't get me wrong. You know, all of them are good. Obasanjo is good. IBB is good. Obi is good. All of them working together are good. So I'm only asking, 2023 election, was your expectation met? if
I
expectation
am
met what was not met.
I am not surprised, because this is how this is the establishment fighting back. These people that have amassed so much wealth, they can't just come. This is why it's not like the Nigerians don't have any problem. You see, some of us will just leave Nigeria 6 months, we come to another place that is working. Under six months, we are buying cars, we are buying houses. The problem of Nigeria is that the system is not meant to work. So if everything would have worked out fine, I would have said, okay, Nigeria, the system actually allow. Nigerians are very good people. Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. If you actually want to know a Nigerian, take him out of that garbage system and bring him to a system that works. You see somebody that is a non-entity, bring him here. You become the best. You see him one day in the parliament after 3 years, and they will be doing very fine.
Absolutely.
So the problem we have is this system.
All right.
And
So you're not surprised. Yeah, you're not surprised at all.
Not surprised, yes.
Okay. So, there's nothing to say. You are disappointed about that. Okay. So
I'm disappointed about the. I'm disappointed about the waste.
We don't have electricity here. I'm in Nota, and we don't have electricity here. I'm using battery, and the battery is already warning me. Even my system will go any moment. So I have to kind of close the show. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay,
Thank you, everybody who
it's been a
joined.
pleasure talking to you.
This is my pleasure, my brother. So this is the altar of your or for this mentor. There's no electricity here. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just joking. I can joke a lot. All right, brother. Yeah, thank you everybody once again. I'm just gonna close with this message for Nigerians, whether you're in diaspora in Nigeria, you have some change, you are looking for what to invest in. Listen to this message very closely. All right. I'll see you another.
Are you concerned about your electricity bills being on the rise? Does the constant power outage drive you crazy? Wait, what if I told you there was a place you could live in Nigeria where you never have to pay electricity bills ever again? A home where you can enjoy uninterrupted power supply, no generator noise, poisonous fumes, and all of the wahala that comes with powering your homes through generators. A home that helps you cut down the cost of living by converting your waste into renewable energy while providing you with cooking gas through a biodigester waste management system put in place. Now, imagine owning a smart ready home in a prestigious beachfront estate in Lagos where the never-ending ambience, breeze, and view of the ocean keeps you connected to nature. This and more is what the all-new super affordable Quantum Brick Estate offers. Quantum Brick Estate Phase 2 Lakwe Beachfront, Lagos is Nigeria's first 100% hybrid renewable green energy off-grid estate built with laterite bricks which have been proven to be 10 times stronger and more durable than regular cement blocks. Laterite bricks are fireproof, soundproof, and bulletproof, hence providing extra security to lives and property within the estate. So, what are you waiting for when you can get a 3-bedroom terrace starting from 40 million naira only and a 4-bedroom semi-detached starting from 48 million naira only via our ongoing off-plan sales? All of our homes come fully finished and furnished with inclusion of appliances such as gas cooker, refrigerator, microwave oven, washing machine, heat extractor, to mention a few. Other facilities include ball court, swimming pool, children playground, fitness gym, fire alarm, hydrants and extinguishers, and fire truck within the estate, CCTV and 24/7 security guards, estate clinic and ambulances on standby, grocery store, centralized water treatment reservoir, and many more. Secure a home out of the ordinary in Nigeria's first 100% hybrid renewable green energy off-grid estate, now selling out fast. For inquiries and further details or to schedule a site inspection, please visit our website on habehomes.com or call or send a WhatsApp message to 0806 558 2739 for more details. Quantum Brick Estates, a product of Happy Homes. Live green, live well, preserve nature.